Hey, how's it going? Good to see all of you again. Boop. Okay. It can never look right. I can never get it to look just right. I'm both liking and sometimes when I look at myself with this haircut, I'm like, does it kind of look like I'm just like some redneck guy? Like, hey, how's it going? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I've been there. Hey, Callie. How's it going? Are you back to your old account? Okay. Well, go to sleep. Don't stay up for my account. Just because I got distracted. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, is it hot out today and every day and for all time. I did like two things outside and I am just dead. I was just dead. Is this because I'm a bit out of shape? And a bit is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Yes, a little bit, but it's also very, very hot, and I am sweating. Just like going out, like I can't wear jeans. Like I wore jeans today, and it's like that was the dumbest thing ever. Anyways. Go to bed, Howard. Go to bed. Go to bed. Yeah. Yeah, the brains are weird. No sleep, my friends. Sleep. Anyways, what am I doing? Okay. very very distracted these past few days. Mostly I've been tired. It's just everything's hot, so I'm just tired. God, I gotta get out of fucking Texas. I just gotta get out of fucking Texas. I'm tired of being here. I gotta get out of this place, man. I want to go north to cooler weather. So we're gonna do that at some point. Hi, Lurker. Good to see you. I can't do another summer like this. Oh my god. because the framing doesn't look like the framing here is probably what I should do. I mean, I guess I could with this. No, that would not. Okay. Dicey. Ooh. There. Okay. I'm about to sell you a truck. Okay, so I guess so I played some music last night, and I did not get in trouble with things. I did get in trouble for showing some footage from the UFC, but I did not get in trouble with YouTube. So I think I should be okay playing some music again. We'll see if this gets me knocked, but I'm. I don't know. We'll see. Because, streams have a lot of downtime when you, especially the types of streams I do. And, Okay. So, I guess if people. People want to talk, feel free to. I'm gonna have my earphones in until maybe not the best way to do these, but environment was hostile. Surprisingly well. Craggy. He's jacked too much. Name generator. Let's see. You know what? Let's see. Kind of. Wounded note. The Stranger. Just an idea I've had in the back of my head for a while. And I know you are somebody. Who is this? You changed your name, and you're a VIP, and I'm about to be very embarrassed that I don't recognize you right out of the way. Hi, good. Good to. I assume it's very good to see you again. It was just a random idea I had. We'll see if it works. Oh, contingency. Yes. Hi, good to see you again, buddy. Yes. I remember you. Hey, contingency. Good to see you. It has been quite a long time. It's just some idea I've been batting around in my head for a while. We'll see if it works. Going good. I was for a while. I was writing at the professional level there, stranger. Um, hey Robin, how's it going? I was writing at the professional level. I had a job writing radio plays for an app. That was very stressful, so stopped doing that, and now I'm just back to hanging out. Yes. Oh, all the people are here. Toast, Robin. Contingency now known as Stranger. Le Stranger. Yeah, they do suck. Screw humans. Has somebody watched a video I recently made, possibly? About the subject? Philosophy can be pretty fun. It can be pretty fun. Especially if the philosopher is a good writer. Like, arguably, like, like Nietzsche is, one of his skills is that he's a very talented writer. So that really enhances the stuff he has to say. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty good. Oh, I love Camus. Camus is great. Um, yeah, The Stranger uh, is that maybe where you get your name from? Yeah, The Stranger is a very good book. I don't think that's an uncontroversial opinion. Yeah. very comedic, but like in a dark way. Um, it's one of the most strangest characters in fiction. Anyways, it's short too. If people want to read it, it's an interesting take. Uh, sorry, I'm distracted. So what's everybody doing today? Robin, Strange Toast. What are we all doing today? Writing, I hope, because that's what I want to do today. But we'll. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the point of Camus is you must be hopeful, even though nothing means anything, um, and I think that's kind of a good way to look in life as a thing. Um, uh, I have a movie recommendation for you if you liked the book. That there's in fact there is an adaptation of it, sort of. That's really good. It's called The Man Who Wasn't There. Um, it's but oh well, there's been half a dozen adaptations. There's been half a dozen adaptations, but the best one is the one that isn't technically an official adaptation, but I think is probably the best one. It's called The Man Who Wasn't There, and it's by the Coen Brothers. And it changes the settings to 1950s America, but it keeps a lot of the same themes and ideas. Starring Billy Bob Thornton as. Yeah, it's a really good movie. All of them. I like that movie a lot. I didn't even like catch. I saw the movie and read the book, and then somebody pointed out to me, that's an adaptation, right? I'm like, no, it's not an adaptation. And then it's like, oh wait, it is. Okay, so here's the deal. If I show the trailer, I'm a little bit more comfortable now about playing things on here because I'm understanding stuff better. So here's the deal. If I show the trailer, you guys gotta warn me if this stream goes over 5 hours, because then I can't edit it out later when I post this on YouTube, and I don't get the watch hours. But we can. We just can't go past. We can stop the stream and start it again. But YouTube doesn't let you edit anything longer than 5 hours. Okay, that's an unnecessary explanation. But yeah. But yeah. I mean, I would recommend almost any Coen Brothers movie, really. Well, yeah. I mean, that's obvious that those two eventually would start disliking each other. Camus was younger, right? If I remember correctly, was he the younger one? Yes, he was. Yeah. He was also the one who got more acclaim. He was also the one. Like, okay, so I somewhat suspect their riff was a little bit about. I mean, uh, Camus didn't need. Uh, I think Camus could pick up girls pretty easily. Yeah. 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 Well, that's. Ooh, I'm getting dangerously close to expressing an opinion about something. Um, I've tried. The truth of it is, I've tried reading Sartre before, but I found him a little bit. Yes, there was a big political divide. Let's see. Yeah, there was. Pretty big. I don't know. Oh boy, I'm getting all these bugs, and I think there's a big bug right there. Also, sort of pressuring his students, sleeping with them, and Camus never really seemed to have to do that. So, but yeah. Boy, I'm trying to thread the line. I would say I would be slightly more on Camus' side than I'm slightly more on Camus' side than I don't know. Maybe because the most annoying people I know would reference Sartre all the time, and it's like they didn't really read him. They just liked saying "hell as other people," you know, because that's like clever for them. Is like, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Hey, hey, you've. How's it going? Well, that's. Boy, I'm really trying to. Hey. I don't know you. Okay. 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 Yeah, this is a troll or this, whatever. Yeah. I suspect. Well, yeah. Okay. Hey, trolls. By the way, I immediately suspect you when you have like numbers in your name. Like you can't even take a second to think of a good name. Come on. But yeah. I don't know. Occasionally you get people in here trying to really like promote their stream, which is always kind of annoying in my opinion. Like, I've had people here like insist I go to their fan fiction or go to their troll or read their fan fiction or like their like promote their art, and I'm all too happy to give people shout outs, but I don't don't demand I do something until I know you a bit. Like the thing about it is I'm fine with like shouting people out and promoting their stuff, but it's like, don't just hang out. Yeah, I get shit like that. I get shit like that where it's like, go read my Wattpad fan fiction. I'm like I don't. Well, one, I don't like doing that just in general because I'm a tiny bit I'm a tiny bit dyslexic. I'm dyslexic, and sometimes reading things out loud goes wrong for me, and people get weird about it. But more to the point, yeah. Okay, so here's my thing. Sark kind of comes off to me like a limousine communist or a limousine liberal, in that he loved the theory and he loved that he could like use it to be smarter than people and like be kind of morally judgmental towards other people, but he didn't seem all that dedicated to it as a like he didn't actually practice it. He just liked talking about it, which is like he just I don't know, which is what a lot of and certainly that's not a criticism I have of anybody in the modern day. Also, no one particular very popular creator on here I think is an example of that. Anyway, certainly not one that has a notorious one that's notoriously thin-skinned and has sent people. And I won't say his name out loud, but those in the know who I'm talking about. Hey Liz, good to see you. It was good seeing you. How are things going? Yes, it is so irritating. It is so irritating when people do that. Yeah, you get immediately banned. Yeah, I agree, stranger. Yeah. It is so annoying. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, the thing about it is, like, most people will, like, in my experience, I'm not a big, I'm not big, in the sense that, I have 1 million followers or something. But, I find most people, like, especially at our level, are super happy to promote, like, shout things out or link to people's stuff. But it's like just hang out for a minute, just talk. Like that, like spray and pray strategy never works. Like don't do that. Yeah. Oh, I do that. Yeah. Well, being as This is also dual broadcast on Kick, where we currently have 2 viewers to my 15 followers over there. You know, yeah, it's really bad. It's really annoying, and I hate when people do that. People hate, yeah. Well, people hate naked self-interest, and I'm like, if you want me to do like yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want me to promote your stuff and that's all you care about, pay. I do that. I do that because I want to help people out. I don't do that for like. But if you just want me to promote your stuff, dang it, pay me a little bit of money first. Give me some money. I'll do it for money. Well, hey, fun fact, both me and Lizard, yeah, both me and Lizard have some thoughts on them, I would imagine. Yeah, because that was kind of my job for a while. So both me and Lizard worked for this, well, I don't work there anymore, but Lizard still does work. We work for Pocket FM, which adapts web novels into audio dramas. So, yeah, that was my job for a bit. Yeah. Yeah. I did that too. So much work. Oh, yeah. That's one of the Yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's the show I was working on, Cursed Orphan. Really? It's been put on hold? I don't know, man. That kind of sounds like we won't see it for a long time. Which is a shame, because I think some of my better writing comes in later chapters of that I did, but we'll see. Yeah. I believe you, but that's not a great sign. Yeah. Really. Man, I hate if they did that. That would be a bummer. Yeah. My one professional job I had. Yeah. Yeah. So Strange. L'Étranger. What has been your favorite web novel you've read lately? Yeah. Well, I've seen a few of them. That Pocket has made. Yeah. Well, that's like that's like a new thing that a lot of them are doing now. Have you seen there's like 20 different apps that they're all making like yeah. Like like Reels films. Yeah, there's a few apps that are all doing this. All seem to be based for some reason they all seem to hire Russian actors. I don't know why. It wouldn't be bad if it was in Russian, but they have Russian actors trying to speak in English. And it's obviously not their first language. Tell me what book. It is so bad. Yes, you can write that. Or let's see. What's Shades of this guy by there it is. This guy once released a book called 50 Shades of Gray, but the bit is it's literally just 50 Shades of Gray. It's spelled Gray, and it's literally just 50 Shades of Grey. Well, the one I saw that they, yeah, I thought that's a pretty funny bit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Try. Will you try and get Pocket to buy it, Lizard? Is it? Is it an? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure. Yeah. What are you talking about, Lizard? Clearly, the best way to write a web novel is to never end any plotline ever and just keep extending them for episode after episode. That's what people like. Surely. Ugh. Yeah. This doesn't come from professional frustration whatsoever. Like, not to speak out of school, but uh, oh, good. I'm still editing them. Yeah, that one's taking. Yeah, hopefully I'll be done editing that one by the end of the month. If I can get my focus done. I actually wrote yes, and then I oh, if you guys want to see the orc one that I have, it's written. It just there's a lot of editing that it needs to go. It needs to be edited quite deeply. Let's see. Yeah, where is it? Let me find it. But let's see. Changes the world. This is not the title, but it's. So this is Luna, which is one I like. And as you can see, it is about yeah, about 1,100 words, which is one of the longest things I've written in a while. It's mostly written. There we go. There's a preview of it. Yeah. It's mostly written. I'm not a fan of the ending that I wrote. I kind of just wanted to write an ending to finish it, but the more I think about it, the more I dislike it. So I want to go back and rework the ending, be a little bit more exciting. But besides that, it should. I don't fully know exactly how I want to end it. So the story JJ's talking about is this one I've been working on for a while. It's about an orc who becomes a professional wrestler. I thought that was a fun idea. People like orcs, people like professional wrestling, and I kind of suspect that that Venn diagram is more. With this haircut, I really shouldn't be doing something like this. Is like overlaps quite a bit, so I thought people would be into that idea. I don't know. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much the idea. Yeah. The thing I have right now is just like the hope is like this will be a series of novellas that I can write. You know, and this one right now is just yeah. for academic reasons, I assume. No. Sure. Yeah, there's an elf wrestler. There's at least one elf wrestler so far. Um, uh, there's gonna be more. Although the next book I have roughly planned out is Luna. Luna is her name. Is Luna wrestling in a dwarven territory against dwarf. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I do have there. One of the main characters in the first book is actually an elf wrestler, and he's more of a high flyer. You know. So okay, so pro wrestling. Yeah. Well, that's the main. That's literally the main elf. Is that he's kind of a dorky baby face, like small high flyer, and kind of what so like, hey purple, how's it going? Yeah, yeah. So he's kind of like so basically his name is Jeff. I don't like that name. That's not a very fantasy name. It was just something I put in there. This book I wrote that I need to finish editing. Yeah. Um, and that's just the first name I came up with. It's not a good name, but I'll come up with a much more exciting fantasy name. Um, Also, I think the beginning needs to be reworked. Anyways, this is bad. This is anyways, and he's kind of a high flyer. So, yeah. No, this is the other one. This is the second one that will be released next. It's about an orc pro wrestler. So if you guys don't know, just very basically, there's like about um, uh, let's say about four kind of categories of 3 or 4 categories of wrestlers, if you want to really break it. Yeah. Yeah, the most. No, he needs a more fantasy name. He needs a little bit more of a fantasy sounding name. I just picked Jeff because I was bored, and he's kind of based on a wrestler named Jeff, uh, which is very random. Okay, I can show you this because like I don't think anybody owns this because I got obsessed with this one promo that this guy did once. Okay, let me show you this. I can show you this without getting in trouble. The book that is going to be released at the end of the month, hopefully, if I can focus and get the editing done, is called Jack and Alex versus the Space Mafia. And then next month will be, then after that, I have to edit the second book I wrote. I wrote 2. I'm very proud of myself. I wrote 2 books this year. It's called Luna is about an orc who joins a pro wrestling circuit. Nowhere. Well, you can get the first chapter of Jack and Alex by subscribing to my Patreon, but currently nowhere at the moment. It needs to be edited before I officially am confident to put it up on Amazon. If you're interested, that is the book cover in the back for the first one, Jack and Alex. And Luna needs quite a lot of editing before I am confident in putting it out there. So the main male wrestler, he gets kind of injured. I don't know if I'll use his character more. It's kind of based on. Let me show you this because this makes me laugh. One second. Follow my YouTube. I'll eventually release an audiobook on there, probably. Could you hear? No, I delivered. Oh, darn it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, okay. No, I muted myself just so you could hear it and not. Oh, apparently there was no sound. I'm done.
Earlier we talked to Jumpin' Jeff Farmer. Let's go now to that interview. Folks, there's Jumpin' Jeff Farmer. Jeff, a while back, what a match you had with Motley.
Yep. Probably the hardest match I ever had in my life. But I don't like it when things aren't going my way. Motley Cruz, you turn the tables on me. You turn the tables in the wrong way. You got me mad now. I've stood around, I've listened to everything you had to say. I did everything necessary. But when you turn around and you backstab me one way or another, and you cheat me out of what's rightfully mine, that's when I get angry. Now I'm the one doing the challenging. I'm issuing a challenge to you, Motley Cruz. Get in the ring with me. This time, I'm going full force.
Jumpin' Jeff Farmer.
Well, Purple, you gotta write the book. It's so fun. Yes, that is wrestling. Not the best promo guy, Jumpin' Jeff Farmer, but yeah. So I kind of based my elf character a little bit on him. So, whereas the orc is based on a few people. It is. It's from the 70s. Blizzard, it is from the 70s. Well, Purple, hey, what do you think I'm doing on here, Purple? What do you think was part of the motivation for me starting to stream myself writing on Twitch? It was to build up publicity, but for my book on my own terms, because I was having trouble getting traction going the traditional route. So you have the greatest tool ever devised for the independent artist to get their name out there. You just have to take advantage of it, and it is long and grinding work at times. It is. It's from the 70s. There's better examples of wrestling. Yeah. I had, like, one of the ideas... there's much better examples of wrestling. Let's see. If you want, you can see what a much. Okay, so this is just audio, but this is just audio. If you want to see how a better. OBS is being weird. So this is, let's see.
Folks, there's Jumpin' Jeff Farmer. Jeff, a while back, what a match you had with Motley.
So, okay. So this is currently probably one of the best promo guys in the business, CM Punk, reenacting that very same promo. And it's just on a podcast, but watch how he does it. Listen to how he performs it.
Folks, there's Jumpin' Jeff Farmer. Jeff, a while back, what a match you had with Motley.
Yep, probably the hardest match I ever had in my life, but I don't like it when things aren't going my way. Motley Cruz, you turn the tables on me. You turn the tables in a wrong way. You got me mad now. I've stood around, I've listened to everything you had to say, I did everything necessary. But when you turn around and you backstab me one way or another and cheat me out of what's rightfully mine, that's when I get angry. Now I'm the one doing the challenging. I'm issuing a challenge to you, Motley Cruz. Get in the ring with me. This time, I'm going full force.
Jumpin' Jeff Farmer. Now let's go to the ring.
No, I mute. So when I play something, I mute myself so you don't hear it through the mic. Anyways, yeah. Well, Strange. What you actually have to do is you have to write quite a lot before you go live, so you have a significant bumper, so you don't have to worry about the consistent upload schedule. That's the real trick, right? You get like 4 or 5 months prepped beforehand, and then you don't really have to worry because you can write at a much more reasonable pace. It does mean that you don't get that like instant dopamine rush of releasing something and going like, it's released, people will love me. Yeah. It is a hell of a drug. Yeah, so to do it right, you have to kind of give yourself some time to actually prep for all this stuff. That's the actual answer. It's not a terribly interesting answer, but it's an actual answer. Or just have ChatGPT do it. No. I just want to be instantly. Creative work is long and difficult and takes time. And you know. Oh, fuck. Well, I guess we'll just do this. I don't know why. Look. Okay, look how many things I have opened because of this problem. Well, because randomly, the thing will just crap out and not work anymore. Testing. Hello. Okay. Haha. I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm smart. Okay. There we go. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. This is my favorite thing that OBS does, is it will just crap out and yes, I'm so smart. Randomly the audio source will just stop working, and no matter what you do, it's done. It's done. It's like, well, we know this was working before, but what if it stops? Would that be okay? And you just go like, no, I would not enjoy that. And then they're like, well, we're gonna do it anyway, so if you could just be cool with it. Anyways. What was I saying? Yeah. Oh, whatever. I kind of. Yeah. So. I totally lost what the point I was trying to make. Anyways. Oh yeah, ChatGPT. Yeah. Well, Lizard, you have no experience with a writer trying to use ChatGPT on you, right? Like that's not something you have to deal with. I don't know. What's funny is like I saw this interview with like this guy who's like really exploiting the ChatGPT system, and yeah, he's made like he releases all these ChatGPT novels, and he's made like $2,000. He makes like $2,000 a month, which is not really a good salary. Like at some point, it's like, and the amount of time you probably have to spend editing like dozens of books to make them even somewhat comprehensible. It's like, you could probably make more with just writing a book. I don't know, but it's gonna. I mean, listen, ChatGPT is useful to help with editing and stuff, I think. Yeah, it can be useful to help with editing and stuff. I don't really mind that. It's like, you put in a thing and you say, hey, can you fix the grammar and the punctuation on all this? And it'll do that pretty well. And it's like, that's fine, there will be uses for it as writers, but yeah, exactly. And it's like, he's like, yeah, I'm really like innovative. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's like the fact, I don't know. It's like, I've played with ChatGPT before, where I tried to get it to write a book just to see what it would do, and like it doesn't write good books. It just doesn't. They have no like character, no like personality to them. It's just like, okay, this happens and this happens, and then they were all happy. Like I've even like gone, okay, Give them a character moment. Give them a character. Slow down. Give these characters a moment. Exactly. Oh, it's so bad at keeping track of stories. Yeah, well, like when I was playing around with it, I tried to get it to write a book, and I was like, it's like, and then they were happy forever, and I was like, you need to put in some conflict here, damn it. Yeah. It really is. I have to admit, it was tempting every once in a while when you're up late at night and you have to turn in something by the next day, and you don't have any ideas, and you're like, oh, I could just use ChatGPT. It would be bad, but none of this stuff is working anyways. There's this big bug on my lamp right here that is making me nervous. It really is an active hindrance. And it's like I had somebody here arguing to me that it's really great because he'll get to read more episodes, he'll get to watch more episodes of like Star Trek, Deep Space Nine with AI. Like, this is a legitimate argument somebody made to me where, like, yeah. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, and the point is, like, at a certain point, it's like, wouldn't it have just been easier to write your own book? Is my thing. Like, I don't understand, I don't really understand why at some point you just go, like, man, I have to really edit this and rework it. What if I had just written this all myself? Yeah. Yeah. I never slacked. I was occasionally late with my dates, but I always got stuff in. Yeah. Was it always the best writing I could do? No. But, you know, at a certain point, it's the middle of the night, and you are just desperate to get your words in, and you're like, well, I don't care anymore. Whatever. This is just going to be what it is. I don't care for good literature or grammar or interesting similes or metaphors. I'm just publishing what I'm just. It needs to be this amount of words, and it's going to be this amount of words. If you ever read my stuff, if you ever listen to it, you can tell which ones were. I was a little desperate on word count because suddenly the contractions will stop. That's a trick. That's a trick I learned quite quickly. When you are desperate for word count, it's like, nope, I'm not doing contractions anymore. They are gonna be. We're gonna speak like we are I'm gonna have all the characters speak like it's 1875. I don't give a shit. Just need to get words. That's my time and tested true trick to expanding your word count if you are in a bind. Hey, Lizard, you tell me if the Cursed Orphan was ever about to be taken off, right? Because if it is, I'm gonna, you know, gonna try and protect that somehow. Yeah. Honestly, you can fuck with that shit. Like, you know, as long as if you can back it up. Like, Cormac McCarthy quite famously doesn't include quotations or really much of any punctuation, except very basic like sentences and commas. It's very surreal to read because it's like, do I have a Cormac McCarthy book on hand? But yeah, if you've ever read Cormac McCarthy, he does not like semicolons. He has a very strange dislike of like punctuation and for the most part, and he has very basic like periods, and I think commas are the two he's okay with. Yes, Blood Meridian. That's the famous one. No Country for Old Men, and the one that a lot of like apparently losers on TikTok were like, the judge is literally me. I am so the judge. Yes, The Road. And like, it's very funny if they do not really fully, if they have not read Blood Meridian and understand what type of person the judge actually is. Yes, The Road is another one. No Country for Old Men. Yeah, doesn't. Hey King, how's it going? He does not. He pretty notoriously doesn't like that. I was trying to find. Welcome to the chat. So what I'm saying is like, you can get away with that. Have you, Blood Meridian is a good thing to pop up for. Well, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate that immensely. There's a part of me that is like, there's a part of me that in a way appreciates lurkers very much so, because I like the fact that I'm entertaining enough to just leave on and you don't have to interact with, and you're just like, no, I just like this person for their entertainment value. Yeah. Road, that's a good one. I mean, you can use them, but you don't have to. I take it you're a fan? You don't have to. You can just have periods. It is very surreal to see a book with very little, like, in the way of punctuation, I have to admit. It's just like a weird experience. Not me. Listen, when Cormac McCarthy does it, it's an example of one of the most elite writers of the English language operating at such a high level he can abandon the conventions and get away with it because he knows exactly what he's doing. When I forget punctuation, it is the example of a fumbling amateur screwing up massively. So we're gonna have punctuation for. I'm gonna have punctuation in mind. It will be precise. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. He can pull it off. Others, I don't know. I guess I would say, it's brave of people to try. It's brave of people to try, but that means you're putting. Oh, and thank you for the follow, King. But that means you're intentionally yeah. I would say if you want to try, that means you're intentionally putting yourself in league with like McCarthy. So that's a brave move,
if you're saying you're at his level, be prepared. Be prepared. People will judge you at that. Will judge you compared to him. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. No, he's great. I mean, what's the other? But have you guys heard of Tom Ligotti? There is something very, I know a few. How to best word this without making myself seem like a jackass. There's one writer here, that I know, who they get very defensive when over like Cormac McCarthy writing The Road, because it's like, ugh, they're not part of like the sci-fi community. They don't get it. They don't appreciate it. Like, us sci-fi writers are the real ones, and how dare somebody like him come in? I'm like there is this defensiveness that some sci-fi writers have that really like aggravates me, because it's like I don't know, some jealousy or something. I don't know. There's some jealousy like that sci-fi and fantasy writers will get, where it's like, well, why didn't I win the Nobel? Why didn't like why didn't my book about a magical vampire, like, why is that not under contention for the Nobel Prize, of literature, why is that under? I'm like, I don't know. What do you want exactly? Do you want like? What are you I don't know. I'm a sci-fi and fantasy writer, and it's like, I'm not trying to prove like the haters wrong, that like, no, this is actual real literature. It's like, here's the thing. Yeah. Like, here's the thing I would point out with like sci-fi and fantasy, of like what's like the goal that people have exactly with this like weird jealousy that they have against like literary fiction? Like, do they want like it to be taught in like schools? Do they want to win like a Nobel Prize or something? I don't know. If I was writing like a sci-fi, if I wrote a sci-fi or fantasy and I won like the Hugo Award or the Nebula Award, that would be a pretty big honor in my head. That would be like the biggest honor I could get, because great writers in that genre, the greatest writers in that genre, have won those awards and have competed over those awards, and that's where like I think, like, that's the real honor. But it's like, but here's the thing, like not to be a prick, who the fuck gives a shit about awards? Yeah. What is this jealousy over like wanting to prove like your 5th grade English professor wrong? That, no, this is real. Take me seriously. They're never gonna take you seriously. They never take you seriously. So why the fuck try and like impress people who don't give a shit about you? Like, that's always been my thing of like this has been going on since like Sci-Fi and Fantasy Invested. Like, those like groups of like literary college professor-y types don't give a shit. And why are we fucking like, why as sci-fi and fantasy writers are we so obsessed with impressing them? Who the fuck gives a shit? Sci-fi and fantasy built its own systems for this. They don't need. They don't need it. Like, I don't know. That's always been my general like thing. It's like why give a shit? You know, it's like people whose like favorite book is like I don't know, the Confessions or something, or you know like books just won't care. And why spend your life trying to impress people who won't care? I'd rather spend it trying to impress people that actually give a shit about the things I'm interested in. Yeah. And like the thing is, this might sound like I hate literary fiction. I don't. I really don't. But I'm just like, you know, if I'm gonna write like a sci-fi or fantasy book, like I'm not expecting my book about an orc pro wrestler to win, you know, the Pulitzer Prize for American fiction when it comes out. You know, I'm not you know I'm not even trying to compete for, you know, I'm not trying to win that as a thing. I had a friend who legitimately asked me if I knew the process for getting nominated for a Nobel Prize. This person legitimately like, well, Sean, do you know how you get nominated for a Nobel? No. It's like, fuck if I know. Like I think the committee, like, yeah, 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 exactly. It's so irritating to have these people. I don't know. That's just my opinion. This doomed like tsundere crush that sci-fi and fantasy writers have on like literary professors is so bleh. Like yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like okay, like here's the thing. The fantasy book that had the greatest potential to win the Nobel Prize was Lord of the Rings. I know some modern day people are, but the book that would, if any fantasy book was ever going to win the Nobel Prize, it would have been Lord of the Rings. It was, and the Nobel Committee rejected it. So if if Lord of the Rings it can't get there, it's just not going to happen. So why even try? And C.S. Lewis did try and get it nominated for a Nobel Prize. That he yeah. Honestly, like her, yeah, she's probably another person that could have a chance, but I don't even think I'm gonna be honest. She's probably never gonna get one either. Let's see. Let's see. She was. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, she was shortlisted for the Pulitzer. And was she shortlisted for a Nobel? I mean, getting shortlisted for a Pulitzer is a pretty big achievement. bad writer. Yeah. No, she never. She was shortlisted for the. She was shortlisted for the Pulitzer, but not for the Nobel, which is a pretty amazing accomplishment. Yeah. Which is, I think she's the only sci-fi writer who's ever gotten that far. Yeah, no, there are fantastic people who've written literary sci-fi. I don't doubt that. And you could argue that there are several people who are under literary fiction who you could easily classify as like sci-fi, and nothing would change. I would point to Kurt Vonnegut as probably a pretty good example of that, in that all of his stuff is most of his stuff is like sci-fi and fantasy, but because people like him, they don't consider him like, oh, he's not sci. He doesn't write sci-fi. Yes, a lot of his stuff is about aliens and the apocalypse and traveling through the universe, but he doesn't write sci-fi. Yeah, like, but what I mean by that is like like what I'm saying is like, does a sci-fi book, or like arguably The Road, which won the Pulitzer that year, is a sci-fi book. But what I'm saying is like, I guess what I'm saying is like, books don't need to win awards to be great, you know? Like a book getting an award, or a movie or a TV show or anything getting an award, doesn't make it great, and a book and something not getting an award doesn't make it bad. And I get very like yeah. Yeah. No, there's great sci-fi and fantasy writers. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why our people are so obsessed with like needing like the official literary establishment to like give them kudos. Like what's there's no point. Yeah. Yeah, and like so like I just like, but there are some like writers I'm aware of that are like steam and go like, no, we should be taught, it should be taught in schools and should win awards. And it's like, is that what you want? Is that like what you want, for this to become a boring obligation for kids to read, to like prove your professor wrong? I wouldn't be joking. Well, yeah, it's a desire to be seen as like serious and important, and it's like, the thing is, people already, this isn't like the 40s or something. People already consider sci-fi serious and important. But I don't know. Why is like, say, winning a Nebula not as important as winning a Nobel? Like, why, the Nobel Prize, why is winning an award named after the guy who created dynamite a really big deal? Well, because of the $1 million that you get winning it. Yeah, okay, I can see why that's a big deal. I can see why people might want to win that. Yeah, never mind. I forgot about that little fact. I know the Nobel is a big deal, and there's reasons why it's a big deal, but it's like, the Nobel Prize doesn't care about sci-fi or fantasy, so why give a shit? Go with the people who do care, or is like the people who do care, like the actual fans, like the people who've been around, the people who care and have been around and are passionate about this stuff and live for this stuff. Do they not matter as much as like the serious important professors? Like, do they not matter? Are the people who built your career and who built your career, and the people who care about the things you write? Are they unimportant? Why chase this? Why chase this phantom fan base of like older professors when you don't need to? Not that I'm saying like people. My hair sticks up, and I'm not. I don't know. Not that I'm. By the way, not that I'm saying that you shouldn't like expand. Like the sci-fi that is only obsessed with sci-fi and only cares about the small insular world of like sci-fi and fantasy is quite boring, and I don't like it. And you should always be looking to expand and experiment and create new and interesting genres with new and interesting ideas for your genre. Because if you don't, and if you just obsess over the past of something, that kind of means it's a dead genre in a lot of ways. But you know, don't don't be afraid to expand or experiment or try different things. But also like, don't not be afraid. Like, I mean, and then you could go like, okay, here's the other thing. This is kind of a rant I've had in my. It's something I've been annoyed by for a long time. If you can't tell, here's the other thing. There are several like kind of important literary books that you could argue are like sci-fi and fantasy, but people won't say that. Thomas Pinchant arguably writes sci-fi. Arguably writes sci-fi and fantasy books. Yeah. I haven't read it. I know I have a friend who's very into it, and they like it quite a lot. So that's the only thing I know. That's the only thing I know about it, is that I have a friend who's very into it, and she might be in the. She's probably not, but she does watch these streams. I did meet her over doing these streams, and I don't know if she's here right now. I don't think she is. No. So I can't officially comment on it. I don't know. I haven't read it. I read real books like I read real books. I don't read that bullshit sci-fi stuff. No. I just haven't read it. I don't know. I have a very busy life reading Batman comics. I do read Batman. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people seem to like it a lot. That's all I know. Doesn't necessarily mean it's good, but just people like it. Boy, it's hard to talk about a book. It does. Okay. Yeah. I mean, possibly. What is that? I don't know, Lizard. If you're still here, what? It does seem to come like there's. It's about an uprising on Mars, right? On a Martian colony. Let's see. Red. What is that video game that takes Red Faction? This is, I don't know. This is something I've never seen people point out. The plot does sound, at least to me, sounds very much like the Red Faction games, which aren't the greatest games in the world, but yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. I don't really know that much about it, unfortunately. So I can't contribute to the conversation. Other than I kind of get it that's sometimes mistaken for Red Faction in my head, and that's all I can really say. And yeah. Well, Strange, can you not see the irresistible metaphor of the red planet going red? Strange, can you not see that? Can you not see the metaphor of the red planet being communist? Um, yeah. I once, the red planet. I saw this wild video today, by the way. It was like just randomly. It was purported to be. Man, I cut my hair recently, and I have mixed thoughts about it. Yeah, I have mixed thoughts about it. I think it's okay, but I have naturally quite curly hair, so it stands up, and I'm nervous this is giving people an impression of me that I don't necessarily have. Yeah. Yeah. Again, you can't really comment on it because I haven't read it, so I don't really know that much about it. I have read. What have I read recently? I read this short. Oh, guys, I read the wildest short story a few days ago, called "Logic Named Joe." I don't know if you. I don't know if people. Okay, so get this. I have read Plato very long ago. Fun fact about Plato. Can you get? Do you guys? Do you know that Plato wasn't his real name? It was a nickname that he had. And do you know what he did before he became a philosopher? Do you know what his job was before? Yeah, he was a he was a wrestler. Because I believe Plato like literally translates into like broad-shouldered, like because he was quite broad-shouldered. So yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna discuss the impermanence of. Oh yeah, we're gonna discuss the impermanence of objects, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite fun fact about it. Yeah, like you look at a chair, man, and you're like, how do you define a chair, man? Like imagine. Oh yeah, like imagine you're in like. No wait, I'm trying to do a Randy Savage impersonation. Oh yeah, like imagine you're in a cave and you've lived that whole life in a cave, and you see people walking past it. That's the impermanent. Ooh, yeah. Tell me, King, are you a writer? I assume you're a writer. Uh, what type of stuff do you write? What have you been reading besides Red Rising? Uh, oh, so randomly us talking about McCarthy was important. Well, that's fun. Well, I shaved my beard recently, and I'm happy I did. Good to see you. It's great seeing you. Sorry I missed your last two streams. Everybody should go follow Funk, and people should go follow Lizard if they're on Kick. Lizard, are you still here? I'm gonna shout you out, Funk. 1 second. Let me get to Twitch. How's it going? Okay, I'm shouting you out. Everybody go follow Funk. And I'm gonna link. And if you're on Kick, follow me. But help me get up to 75 on Kick so I can start getting paid for doing that. Here, but also go follow Lizard if you're on Kick. He does racing stuff. Thank you. It is very surreal. If you're new to the channel, I used to have very long, up till yesterday, I had very long hair that went down to about here. and I decided I was sick of that, so I cut it short. It's surreal because it's like I'm still like mentally thinking of having long hair, but I'm. It was getting so hot. I needed it out of the. It was getting hot and unmanageable, and I just needed it gone. So now now I can like feel my skull. Anyways, okay. What? Tell me a little bit about the will of the many. Yes. Oh my god, I used to. When you have long hair, and like half of your life will be dominated by like scouring your hair out of your eyes so you can see clearer. And now that I don't have to, so I'm not doing that much anymore. It is a generally quite surreal experience. Yes, go work, go work. Well, that rules, King. How about we do this, King? How about we do this? I do like that. I do like that. That's a fun idea. How about we do this? Everybody who's a writer here, who's writing? Who wants to write? How about we do a writing sprint where we sit down and we, for the next like 20 minutes or so, we do some good old fashioned writing. Heck, I'll even let you vote. Feel free to vote on how long you want the writing sprint to be. Which Roman? I like doing a bit where people who have been on here long enough know that I'm quite fascinated with the Byzantine Empire, which is essentially the sequel to the Roman Empire, slightly less famous, but pretty influential. That does sound cool. That does sound very cool. Yeah, once the bug grips you, it holds on for dear life. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the name of. Have you ever read the Dresden Files? Oh yeah, I was literally going to mention his other book, The Codex Alaria, which is it's a fantasy world inspired by Rome. Have you ever heard? I was going to recommend that to you because it might be something. It sounds like it might be an interesting idea up your alley. I love the story behind the creation of that series. That he was on a writing forum and some guy challenged him. Okay. Because I was going to recommend you his other series, The Codex Alaria, which is an ancient Rome inspired fantasy book. I thought that might be of interest to you. Oh no, ads! Darn! Wait. Yeah. Oh, okay. Have you ever heard like why he wrote that initially? He was on a writing forum and he got into this argument with this writer, another like forum member, and the guy said, "Oh yeah, well I'm going to tell the story anyways, because and the guy said, well, the guy said, well, yeah, you can't write. Okay, let's see. What's the exact story? Okay. Somebody challenged him and said, you can't write it. Okay, so he had gotten into an argument with like Jurassic Park, and it basically said, if the idea is stupid, you can't write a good book out of it. And he said, well, you can write a good book. It doesn't matter what the idea is. You can write a good book out of anything. And he said, I bet I could write a good book if you gave me 2 terrible ideas. So the forum poster, who sounds like an annoying person, said, well, okay, I challenge you to write a book using the Lost Roman Legion and Pokemon. You have to make a good book out of that. And that's where he got the idea from. Okay, we're going to do 15 minutes. I need to get up and stretch for a second because I've been sitting for about 2 hours. So let's get up and stretch for a minute. And then we're going to do 15 minutes of writing. Actually, I want to quick go to the bathroom, if that's okay with everybody. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're going to do 15 minutes of writing. Pure, unadulterated writing. Starting when I open the when I get my timer up and running. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay. Starting in 5, 4, 3. There's also a fantasy series by Henry Turtledove that's about the Byzantine Empire, which is also pretty fascinating. You should check that out. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. 1 second, I'm going to put some music on in the background because I didn't get in trouble last time I did it, so I think I can get away with it. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And that was 15 minutes of your time. 15 minutes of your time dedicated to attempting to achieve your dreams. How did that all feel, everybody? How do we feel? How does everybody feel? Good? think I'm very specific on YouTube, and I'm always kind of amused because I think, yeah, it's very much one type of person. Hey, how's it going? Adventure. I'm doing good, S'mores. I'm doing good. It's late at night. I am novel writing or exploring a possibility of a book I maybe could write someday. Just had an idea. I thought I'd try it out. How are you doing today, S'mores? I'm doing good. It's hot. It's just hot. I know, we're getting very close. It's wild. Just one or two more things. It's probably going to happen within the week. On YouTube. Over on YouTube, I'm almost at 2,000 followers. I'm at, let's see, if you're curious. Yeah, I am. It's just an idea I'm playing with in my head, but I don't know what this will turn into. But I figured I'd give it a shot. Let's see, where am I exactly on YouTube? I am so I am literally at 1990. I have 1,990 followers. So, probably within the week I'll get up to 2,000, which will be fun. They say you need 100,000 to make a career on YouTube. So, to make it a full-time career. So, I only need to repeat this process 98,000 more times. So, by the age of 58, by the age of 203, I should have all I need. What about you, Ad? What are you working on these days? Nice. They're fun to make. Are doing better than mine. What's this new video going to be about? Oh, what's this new video going to be about? Okay. Sorry. It's late at night. I'm getting tired. managed to get, let's see, 259 words for the session. Went for about 3 hours. Hey, you know what? It's something. It's something. It's better than 0, right? Okay. Okay, everybody. Have a good day.